Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5. This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Yes, once again, it's me, your girl, Miss Connie LV, and it is that time of the week, of the day. Yes, it is the happiest hour of hours. It is that 5 o'clock, Levels of Intimacy, the naked truth. Yes, this is your girl, Miss Connie. It is a wig on Wednesday with a hat. Girl, stop playing games. How you not going to comb your hair or the wig? That's how this day is starting off. But you know what? I'm here today. Yes, I'm still going through my mental workouts. So I come and I go, where's my fan? I must be losing my mind. Because hence I am about to be in the midst of a hot flash. But come on in here, go get you your cold drink. Stiff, however you're going to pull it together. But let's tune in and tap into the hour of the now. So I want to welcome myself back home, not only to the studio, but to the city. Yes, I want to say I kind of been outside on tour a little bit here. Shout out to Cleveland. Had a ball, y'all. I know y'all probably think I'm still there, but I'm not. I'm here. I'm at work. Back to the city of Las Vegas, where it is smoking hot right now. Seriously, I think I got to get my fan. I'm in the midst of a melt. I don't even understand how I just sat here without it. Okay, so, yeah, come on, y'all. Let's get in here because we get ready to talk about it. I've been all around the world, on the airplane, coming, going, missed the plane coming, missed the plane leaving. This menopause is real. So we getting ready to talk about this. I'm talking about it to strangers. I'm talking about it to people that I've been knowing for years. I'm talking it to the young. Listen, perimenopause, menopause. I don't care if you a woman or know a woman. You are in the midst of the drama. Okay? So, yeah, come on in here. In the meantime, I got to figure out where that fan is at. I brought a whole fan, and I left it somewhere behind me. I can't get my fan. No, I brought one with me.
I just put the AC on 69.
Okay, so the AC on 69, y'all. I'm telling you right now, this shirt is so little. But this boy about to turn into a bib because it's hot. But Anywho, Scoot, and guess what? I haven't even had any liquor. I know. Woosah, y'all. This is menopause. This is me aging before your eyes. I can have it all the way together and know what is about to happen, and then something triggers the old lady in me, and everything goes awry. But I'm coming back down. Y'all know you got to give me 2.5 seconds. Hold on. I got to drink some water or do something. Jesus, it's hot. We almost need a commercial break. And the show just started. I know. We're going to take a commercial break. I'll be right back. I'm going to get that fan.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, you can hear that fan. Don't look at me, Carice. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. That noise you hear in the background is life. That's like life support for me right now. Like a defibrillator. Okay. Yeah, let's get on in here. Oh, that's so much better. Welcome back, guys. I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV. Yes, once again, it is a little bit after the hour of 5 o'clock, but guess what? We are here. We are in the building, and we are getting ready to have the naked truth about menopause all over again, because I'm trying to educate y'all, but I'm literally figuring this out in the minute, in the moment. This is real. I was just saying briefly before we went on break about how I'm just having this conversation. It's so crazy. I just came from home. Everybody that knows me know I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And I mean, I saw everybody. But keep in mind, I've been in Vegas 20 plus years. So people have aged, hence have I. And it was so funny because, everybody that kind of knows me here is always getting on my back saying, I'm playing mother. But everybody, when I went home, was like, oh my God, I need to talk to you. I'm going through this, that. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. I'm having the necessary conversations. And they were like, I knew if I could talk to anybody that I could find you. Shout out to my girl, Bonnie. I love you. I'm so happy that I found you. I saw her out, but we have just been having that conversation. And like I've said before, but if you haven't been a part of this audience, you don't know, is that right now where we are in the world, we don't have these, the connections like we used to. So I went home literally to celebrate my mom, not a birthday, even though she had one, because my mother doesn't celebrate birthdays. So I wanted to make a note of that because I never want to bring any type of disrespect to whatever she has going on. But me and my cousin, Christine, she's from Gary, Indiana. She's over 70. My mom just turned 70 and I'm 53. And they literally sat and laughed at me for 6 whole days straight, going through the change and the menopause. And my mother everybody buys me fans everywhere I go because I'm in constant milk mode. But just even having that conversation with them and understanding what's happening with our bodies, what are we going through, I do definitely appreciate having that connection with my mother, but everybody doesn't have that conversation. Everyone doesn't have the resources. And guess what? Some of us got mothers, but some of the mothers don't even understand what's going on and didn't have the symptoms that we have now. And that makes me wonder, how come you haven't been through menopause and you're
child has been through menopause. I think it's got a lot to do with the food. I'm going to just say a lot of this has to do with some of the food that we are eating and taking in. I know that. I know a lot of it is a part of lifestyle as well, because I am a caffeine drinker, which is still a part of your diet. But you know what? Something got to give, y'all. Something got to give, because a part of the hot flashes, the memory loss, the dyslexia, the low libido, the zero tolerance. I just want to say I apologize to all who has to deal with somebody who don't even know they short circuiting. And that's one thing my girl, she was saying, I think I was going through this 7 years ago and I didn't even really know. I just was going through something, and now I'm like, oh my goodness, I must have been going through menopause. So it's like, how do we not even know when this is happening? True, there is some dynamics with the healthcare system. Everybody is not as connected, don't have the insurance. Everybody is not connected with their family, but every commercial literally is about menopause. Everything on social media right now is about menopause. So, and I've had people on the show. I've had Yashan from Inspired Yoni. I've had what was the two females, the hot flash, and they did the tea. I can't remember. My mind is bad. But I've had several people on here talking about hot flashes, what you should do, what you should take, and all these different remedies and methods, and I don't think any of it really works. So I can give you a little bit of information on some subjects of it, but I'm literally trying to figure this out as I go, people. Okay? But what I will tell you, if you're among somebody going through menopause, please give them some grace and some space, because it's a matter of time before it can get all the way real. That part. But yeah, back to my home visit. Before I go on, I want to say, because the show started off so crazy because I was like right in the midst of a hot flash. Once again, I am Miss Connie LV. You can find me on all forms of social media platforms, and that I am your girl here, always to discuss the naked truth. The naked truth is things is happening. This is live, okay? As you can already tell, there is no control over these situations and these emotions. But what I will tell you is stay authentically tapped into yourself and into self-care. That is the realest information anybody could give anyone. Because when you don't, it just becomes a vicious war. Like literally, with yourself and with other people. And I feel like I'm rambling, but I have to get through this. I have to get through this flash right now. It's getting real. I've been out of touch a little bit here because it seems like every day at about 3:30 something happens to my to my body, and I have to take off all my clothes. I just literally cannot be anywhere where they don't allow breast out. That's kind of where I'm at in my life. That's what my mama, she said, you always got your clothes off. Yes, and guess what? I will have them off tonight. Shout out to my girl, Cordy Coward. Tonight is night swim at the Encore. So if you're looking for a little something to get into, meet us down at the Encore. It starts at 10 p.m. though. So I don't know if that's past your curfew or not. But nevertheless, shout out, like I said, to all my folks in Cleveland. I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody, all the businesses and establishments. And guess what? If you didn't understand what happened, when was Cleveland here? I think in February. Were they coming back in November? The Browns play the Raiders. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited for all of the camaraderie, everybody that's coming down. I definitely want to give a shout out to Aircuts, my homeboy Solomon in Cleveland. He doing his thing with just opened up a barbershop right back in the community. We got a lot of people that's coming back, giving back to the community. I seen a lot of rebuilding. I went down, looked at a lot of real estate. Shout out also to my friend Arnold. He always has been passionate about the real estate market itself. My homegirl Rika, y'all down there doing your thing. Shout out to some of the lounges, like Cleveland has really as many lounges and event spaces as y'all got. Them suckers literally were filled to capacity. Shout out to 411, okay, off of Northfield, and I don't know if I was Aurora. Shout out to Gateway. Shout out to Touch of Italy 1 and 2. Okay. And definitely, I think my fave was Uptown. Shout out to Uptown. Like, that whole little space was such a vibe. Like, I'm so excited. I'm putting together a group travel to come back to Cleveland and just have a little bit of fun. Even, I mean, the lake. I have such beautiful pictures. I haven't even had time to post anything. Shout out to Mo Better as well. I didn't even have a chance to really be on his podcast, but I ran into a friend, a childhood friend. His name is Maurice Marbury. Shout out to you, Maurice. And he has a podcast, and it was pretty deep. You know, we ran into each other at the hall. My mother is a Jehovah's Witness, so of course I had to go and show my face to all of my mother's friends, which is another topic I'm gonna get into. But we really had a very intellectual conversation about just how we showing up and how I've known this man literally my entire life. Because I think we met in no, we didn't meet in no 7th, 8th grade. We met as children because our parents were a part of the same organization. And I would always tell you, is that we can see people, but it don't mean you know people. It doesn't necessarily mean you can be over at somebody's house and you can spend a night, but it doesn't necessarily mean you know everything that's going on in their life. But as I traveled through the city and I met with friends and close people who I associate as family, you know, and even with my niece losing my brother, like that was hard for me to go back home. I literally had a breakdown like the first day. I missed my whole entire flight at the airport. That's how discombobulated I am. And this is the second time I've missed a flight and sitting at the gate. Like, I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just sitting there and I'm literally watching people get on the plane. And I get up like, well, when are they going to move the plane? And I go to look out the door. The plane is there and it is backing up. And the lady said, "You didn't hear them call your name?" And I was like, "No, why would I have sat here if I saw them?" And she said, "Honey, they gone." I literally did that again this time, but they did change the gates. But I'm just like, it's just so much. But just going back home and talking to friends and family and just asking them about their childhood and how it has affected us so many years later, what we realize is that half the things that we are battling with elderly people or as active adults literally is us in survival mode from some of our childhoods, you know. And one thing I can appreciate, if you follow me on Facebook, you did see that I had an event with my mom and my cousin, and it was called Fake Flowers, Real Love. And what I wanted to do was pour into my mother, because we have not always had the greatest history, but guess what? We are both irreplaceable in each other's lives. And I wanted to make sure I went there. I had to fight her. You know, we gonna fight the first day. It's Lord Jesus, okay? We gonna fight, but it was deep. Soon and went to sleep, and I was able to move around, you know, and get everything together for the event and the party, because I am so much like her. She is such a micromanager. So I am working on myself. But I need to go back and deal with my mother, I noticed, just to even understand who I am. Because as much as she get on my nerves, I feel like the same complaints I have about her, people have about me. So I'm a work in progress, honey. But I'm going to figure it out here in these 50s. But if you got a problem with me, you can multiply it by 0. And that's that's what we're going to my dog way and get me right. Let me figure it it out. But anyway, yeah, just going back home and dealing with my mom and having an event. When I tell y'all, everybody that showed up for my mother and my cousin and my event, I have known my entire life. And one thing I can appreciate about not only the organization, because they stressed to me that was the reason for the balance, and the level of friendship that they had for each other, but that you don't know what real friends and family is, because we from such a brokenness, you know. And I spoke that into shout out to Milta, Sharon Furcrum, Milta Dancy, Karen Marbury, Arlene Tyus, my cousin Peggy, Ali, who was there? My mother's, and it was, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. And she's kind of new, but it doesn't take anything away from her. But my mother has really, really genuine friends. Pictures of me as a child. I can't maintain a 7-year relationship with these people that I'm just not meeting. And here my mother is. I'm 50. So these have been her friends literally about 60 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they solid. So that was one thing. And I went to visit my stepdad. He is in a rehabilitation center. But literally, I just told my mother, this is the first time in your life where you're literally alone. Because she's always going to press these reset buttons. And I'm going to realize, and that's at 70, and that's at 50. And then we already know how them 30-year-olds are struggling. Okay, dirty 30s. Because you is celebrating me 30, but why this ain't adding up, you can't figure out why these little funny looking kids you created around here is just pressing your buttons. And it's you don't have a plan. But even if you do, that's the reset. Here I am at 50 plus years old, have no one to care for. I'm not in a solid relationship where you matter in my life and how I move, although I do friends. And you literally have all. And one thing was speaking with my cousin and my mom is that even though my mother is not on paper single, she's by herself. So it's like we as women, we so programmed to take care of everything, take care of everybody, that when we literally get a slot of time to take care of ourselves, we find somebody else to invest that energy into. We don't have to. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be everything for everybody. Especially if you your brain. Like, God, hey girl, what's going on? Yeah, I got it. Click. I knew she was gonna ask for something. You don't always try to eat. I don't mean be cold hard and definitely don't give what you don't have to give. And I'm practicing that myself, So, lending and spending, it'll take you on a whirlwind. But I'm definitely learning that because I'm freshly from being this mother of sons, and my sons are moving about and don't really need much from me, And here dealing with a grandbaby who that was my mission, and now she's like, girl, all I need is a ride. I need to be picked up and dropped off. I don't need you to pick out, look for me, none of the above. So what do? You have to find that time for yourself. So me, I create different avenues for myself, but definitely I think this year alone has been I'm really preaching. I'm really what is the word I'm saying? Taking into account the things that I'm telling other people, like, hey, take care of yourself. You need to do this. I've always been a tomboy. I'm a mother of sons with other of having manicures. That's one thing I'm happy to polish up. Because this treatment is sometimes you to not look like a mechanic. And so, yeah, I just was definitely giving that information to my mother as well. And it's like, it's okay to sleep a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to not share and divide every piece and part of you to the point where you feel depleted. You know, and what happens is we become resentful. You know, then you get mad, but nobody ever knew you had reached your threshold of tolerance. So, you know, it's just, yeah, we're just trying to figure it out. It's okay to be a mother, but you don't have to be everybody. Okay, it's okay. It's my daughter, but you ain't got to be everybody's daughter. You don't have to be everybody's friend. You don't have to be any of those things. But yeah, I guess it's going on and having these conversations, and a lot of my friends are taking care of their parents, and that's not an easy task. God, don't matter which one, but my ex's mom called me today, and we had a very long conversation. And I went in, I wanted to make myself known to her because I wanted to stop by and see him and check on him because I knew he had a few health problems. And she gave me a call today, and we had a really, really long talk. Now, mind you, I've known this lady probably 20 plus years. And the last time I seen her, we actually got into it because she said I tried to bust her windows out, and that was not true. I tried to rip the metal door off the hinges. Get it right. Yeah, Connie don't bust windows. It makes too much noise. I'm just, but no, for real. That was the conversation me and her had. She told me that the neighbors told her I tried to bust her windows. Ma'am, I did not try to bust your windows. There's no way to try to bust someone's window. All you literally have to do is throw something through a glass and it breaks. So if that was the mission, that would have happened. But no, I didn't do that. I was totally honest with her. She has, a lot of people in Cleveland have these beautiful metal iron security doors. And I was looking for my alimony at the time of my breakup, and that door was stopping me from the transaction. So I was just trying to remove it. But anyway, she called me today earlier, and she just said, hey, I want to make sure that you understand that I wasn't feeling well. It wasn't that I didn't come out and speak with you, because I had saw her a day or two before that. And, you know, it kind of shocked me. And I was like, you know, hey, I was just really there to check on y'all or whatever. And we had a very deep conversation, which is not really to be shared on air because I wasn't even supposed to say she called. So, but I know you're watching. But yeah, I won't discuss that. But it's just saying just how people come in their life, and they could be, sometimes it's their character. It really doesn't even have to do what's going on with you, you know, per se. But she knew that I was there out of the kindness of my heart. And I've never been ill will toward her. Yes, me and her son had a domestic situation, but guess what? We still are in association with each other. You know, there was still appreciation for each other, and definitely mad love. You know, I have mad love for him and his whole entire family, the ones who are still here and gone. But just being that woman and needing somebody to talk to because you elderly, and when you have been this and you used to things moving, and you could still be there, but you ain't moving no mountains no more. Yo, that hit different in your psyche because we start to lose our power. So, of course, everybody know I'm a part of the beauty industry. So she said, Connie, I want you to come back here and I want you to make me over. I want you to make me feel good. And I say it all the time. If you're not looking at the person you want to see in the mirror, you got to start there first. You know, everybody like, oh, why you always so? This is my industry. This is where I'm at. Because when we in these broken spaces and you look at yourself and you look a mess, and then you start to change your mindset and just be like, oh, you become that verbally abusive person to yourself, you got real problems. So one thing about women, y'all, we got to give each other grace. We got to be a little bit more forgiving. And we definitely need to talk to the older generations of people that are amongst us. And if you are of age and have a child, adult child who is even in a financial situation to take care of you, who even care enough to take care of you, because guess what? I did visit a nursing home. And as I walked through that nursing home to see my stepfather, I realized that these people were so lonely. And here we go, back to my childhood. As a child, my brother and I would have to go to nursing homes, and we would complain and complain and complain like, oh, I'm going there and see them people, man, they stink in there. We would laugh. It smelled like pee. But guess what? It was people in that building my age. So it ain't even really about being old. It's about ain't nobody really here to take care of you anymore. So when I walked through that building to see my stepdad, I made sure I double backed and everybody's name was on the door. And so I'm walking by like, hey, Audrey. They like, who is that? I said, you don't know me, girl, but I just wanted to say hello. You in there looking good. And by the time I left out of that building, you could just tell that whole wing of that building, it just brought a little bit of life back to people, back to that area. I sat and talked with a gentleman, and my stepfather said he was 90 years old, but he looked really good. And he said he had a bandage on his forehead. And I said, well, what happened to you? And he said, I was trying to hang up he had washed his underclothes out and he tried to hang them on a pole, but he missed the pole because he couldn't stretch his arms up wide enough, which means therapy is needed, okay? And when he went to reach, he went face forward. Lord Jesus, man. And I just thank God he didn't hit his head on the sink, because the sink was literally this close to where he hit the floor. And so I said, well, golly, I'm so glad you didn't, crack your skull. And he said, yeah. How long I been in here? I said, well, I'm not sure. He said, well, somebody said I've been in here a year, but I know I ain't been in this place no doggone year. And I said, well, I'm not sure how long you been in here, but he was just wanting to talk. This man had every dress hat like he was going out on the town, but he was still keeping himself together. And when I went to talk to my stepdad, he was like, that man dressed up every day like he got someplace to go. So literally, it's almost like I said, like that mindset. It's like, hey, if I get up and I get ready, I don't even remember that I can't even go nowhere. That's what I took from that, from that situation. And just my stepfather just being in the wheelchair, and my mom is kind of like, she older. So he literally was like on the southwest right wing of the doggone establishment. So it was a little bit too far for her to walk. So she was like, listen, I'm not walking all the way over there. I can't do it. So we end up getting her a wheelchair, and I have it on video of my stepfather, her holding on to that belt and him able to pull her to just be the lead, to be the man. It really just like set his heart on fire, because it's just it's not much he can do anymore. But it's just something being at this age and watching what's about to happen. A lot of us is hanging with the same people our age, and we surrounded by morons and don't really know what we got to look forward to. So step out your box and go handle your family. Go to visit. Ever since COVID, I don't know, but you can't even hardly visit the nursing homes no more. But these folks need help, y'all. Go visit your grandma. Go visit your friend grandma. Go visit somebody's mother. Have a conversation. Just pour some light, fill somebody's cup up. That's what I say. Like, I was on a tour. I was trying to spread some sunshine. They said it was the hottest week it had ever been in Cleveland. I brought the heat, baby. That's what I do. Hot flash, TNT, dynamite, bam. It's so crazy because now I'm freezing. Don't turn that hair. Don't touch that hair though. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, just that. And guess what, y'all? All that, everybody made sure I went to the airport on time. But them suckers got me with that luggage, okay? Because we're not even about to talk about it. I had already got a ticket. By the time I got to the airport, I had spent an extra $300 just to get home after that. I'm not playing with y'all. Stop. The only thing free is cheese in the rat trap. all these little nickel and dime, these airlines, you had to really, really pay attention. But wasn't it such a delight because the ex was on the plane. I told the girl next to me, I said, I hope I don't run into my ex on this plane. Bada boom, bang, boom. I keep forgetting I'm Glenda the Good Witch over here, and everything I say, it happens. And here he come. So shout out to you, ex. Yeah. She was like, girl, here he come. I said, of course. Because I don't break up. We take breaks. It was such a pleasure seeing you, but yeah. That's my life. And hence here I go into a hot flash. And it was so funny because as soon as he walked up on me, I started sweating. And I was just looking at him and he was like, how you doing? And I was like, you overstimulating me. And he was like, man, you still crazy. And I really wanted to apologize to him and tell him that I think half of the nonsense that I put him through in the relationship is because I didn't know I was going through menopause. But it didn't matter because I didn't care about, I know. Yeah, sorry. He think I'm bipolar. We just gonna work. We just gonna go with that one. He don't know it was really a hormonal imbalance. Leave me alone about this fan. She don't want my fan. Oh my God, y'all. I'm back hot again and I can't even turn the fan on because of the noise. But yes, okay, so back to the subject at hand. Yeah, so like I was saying, just that friendship and just this whole menopause thing, this woman thing, this relationship thing, this life thing, this death thing, it's just crazy, you know? And even just talking with my niece and going back home and her, because I'm with the 70-year-olds, but now let's take it back to the 30-year-olds. And my niece, well, no, she's not even 30 yet, but she don't know. That's half of the frustration because she had her 29. January is her birthday. But she got this much patience. I mean, I just kept laughing at her because that's what old people do when they were younger people. They just laugh like, you will see. Oh, just wait and see. She could barely stay in traffic, a light. We couldn't sit and do anything that was silent for 2.5 seconds because she was literally losing her mind. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Everybody is really affected by this cycle, this life cycle, you know? But I say one thing I did suggest, if you are going through menopause, I would definitely suggest you up your water, okay? Because you're going to be sweating your life away. So you definitely don't want to be dehydrated. Number 2, I would tell you to start on your vitamins. Definitely get a probiotic. Prebiotic, probiotic is a necessary supplement at this stage in your life. And I swear y'all can hear them Pringles as much as y'all can hear that fan. Yes, they can. Okay. Number 2, I would say keep you some bail money put to the side because your gangster will be tested. Okay. So I don't know, you know, how or when, but just make sure you got a little bit of stash on the side and definitely take yourself a vacation. Take some time away. Even if it's a day, if it's a road trip, if it's a bus trip, if it's a plane trip, definitely give yourself some time and some space to think and process and put them phones down. I think that's half the problem. I know I had so many emails and I never even looked at that phone and had the time of my life. But today it's all catching up with me. So for every break you take, it'll catch up with you. But you definitely just, you know, got to stay in your authentic order. And I mean, and definitely, you know what, get a life. Because I really, I want to stress that when you do see me, because I haven't been on social media a lot since that whole IHOP bull crap, because that was real. Like I'm still going through something from that. I'm definitely not as transparent as I used to be. I think online, I don't really have a desire to share as much, but I knew that, you know what, everything serves purpose. You know, you have to understand purpose driven. Like, why are we here? What am I supposed to do? What is the message? And one thing I do know, about me because people tell me, it's like, yo, Connie, you do a lot. You having fun. You do. So I just want to let you know, and I've said it before, if it looks like I'm having the time of my life, I am. Okay? I am really, really enjoying my 50s. Do not be afraid to age. I am really enjoying myself. I'm coming into my me season, and it's okay to have that time. Everybody say, oh, don't be selfish. Sometimes you got to be. Sometimes you got to be selfish. And one thing, even in my business of hair and beauty, I just said this today, like, I pay for a service. I pay for you to go online and schedule. Why are you constantly calling me and asking me questions that I have already set up the business? Because some people want to drive you crazy. That's what I understand. You know, some people don't want to follow the order of operation. I'm not available for you anymore. It's not even an argument. I'm not even going to respond. Everything literally is online. You can click a button. You can schedule your appointment. And I will be there. You don't have to call me to see if I'm going to be there. If the appointment says I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. Okay? That's starting to wear me out a little bit. That's how I know I'm getting old. I've been on the scheduling system for 20 years. I was with Schedulicity. Schedulicity just sold to Vagaro. Now, a lot of people were spoiled with that system. It's a new system, y'all. We all learning it. But please don't call me complaining about anything that I don't have control over. Find a stylist who waits for you to call her all day and can talk to you on the phone. It's just not me. You know, I think almost too, I'm removing some services too, because that's where I'm at this point, because I'm just kind of like, why do we continuously do things that get on our nerve? What you think about that, E? Why do we do things that just get on, like, it's getting on my nerves?
Are you saying why do you do things?
No.
I need more understanding.
I'm just saying people in general, because you do something that gets on your nerves.
Me?
Everybody.
I don't do anything that gets on my nerves.
I get on your nerves.
See, me coming here every Wednesday for 5 p.m. that gets on my nerves.
Really?
No, I don't really do anything that gets on my. Why would I do something that gets on my nerves? Why would I do something repeatedly that bothers me?
Like getting gas get on my nerves.
I don't get gas. I'm sorry.
Oh, dang. Okay, husband. What happened to full service stations?
Don't Fabulous Freddy's have full service, and so does Costco. But you just have to ask them.
I only use Chevron gas in my car. Shell. I didn't know Fabulous Freddy had full service. Like, they'll come pump it?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that. What kind of gas is that?
I think it's Shell, but I'm sure it depends on the station. But I don't do anything that makes me. I don't take out the trash. I don't fix anything. I don't pay no bills for our home. Like, I don't work and do anything that bothers me. I don't do it. When I did do that, I told the man that was my last day.
Yeah, that's normally how I'm in.
But you are the man.
No, I'm not.
No, I mean, you work for yourself. I'm saying you're the man, so you can make a decision as to, okay, I don't like doing this service.
Apparently not, because stuff is still getting on my nerves.
But you could say, like, I don't like this service. Just like you said, you're going to get rid of some services that you just don't desire to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm getting rid of some stuff. And you know what, too? I think it's just my body is giving up. Like, them dreadlocks, I can't. It's my
I know.
finger.
That's why I ain't hire your ass. You ain't about to be complaining while you twisting my hair the whole time.
No, and I'm really good. But one thing of that stuff on my fingers, it made my fingers cramp. I can't. And then,
it's okay.
Yeah, I just
don't
can't
do it. I'm gonna get my hair twisted Friday morning. We good. We good to go. Then I'll set my appointment for you to dye, and we carry on.
Boom, bam, pow.
Right.
I won't hook that color up. If that service take more than 2 hours, like, I'm having hot flashes. I'm even realizing, even with the sew-ins, I'm just like, I don't think I could do it no more.
Don't do it.
I don't think I can. I think I'm just,
I think you can always tell yourself no, and I think that's probably why I'm in the position where I don't do anything I don't like. Anything that bothers me, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not going to tell you I'm going. If I don't want to go, I'm not going. If I don't like people there, which is very rare, because it's not very many people I don't like. I just don't desire to, engage in some people's energy. Now, I'll socialize. It's just some people's energy. They don't deserve mine.
Yeah.
So I just be.
I feel like I'm good with people like that because I have disconnected. I'm like, oh, I ain't seen you, and you won't, because me and your energy don't line up.
And you can tell them that too. Our energy just doesn't align.
I just feel like I don't even know.
But you don't have to, or you just don't. Yeah. Like I think that I've gotten to the point where I don't explain anything.
Yeah, I'm not explaining.
I'm not. No, you know what? Somebody asked me yesterday. Hey, matter of fact, they said, hey. On Friday, I said, before they could finish, I said, I'm not going to be able to make it. I didn't know what time it was, nothing. I ain't going to be able to make it. No.
And then what did they say?
They just start laughing. Because I was like, I'm not, I don't feel like going.
On Monday that you.
I knew as soon as, before the time came out, child. No, I'm not going. Sorry. I love you, though.
Right.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a little introverted. I'm a little shy.
I am too.
Then stay inside. Or don't stay inside, but hang out with people you like. I love hanging out with my husband. He's a good time.
Good.
Like, we hang out and it's just random and we just have fun and it's a good time. Like, if we decide to invite some couples, like last Sunday, we went to brunch. We went with my uncle and aunt.
Where'd you brunch at?
It was this place called, so we have this game that my husband created. It's called Russian Food Lit.
I love that.
Okay, so we have this wheel. So
you put all the different restaurants in there or cuisine?
Put these restaurants on a wheel.
Okay.
Right? And then we spin the wheel. So when we spun the wheel last week, it landed on, it's like that. So when we spun the wheel last week, it landed on, it was called Good Morning Kitchen. Never been.
Where is that at?
It was on, was it Rainbow near Flamingo, I think. It was cool. It was
and sit back in the plaza a little bit?
It's right on the street. It's new. I never even heard of it. And I drive by there all the time.
By Sprouts?
I know it's in its own lot.
Okay.
But anyway, so we went there. So it was good. Mm-hmm. So we played this game so that we figure out where we're gonna go.
I love that.
So
where'd you get that wheel? That's an app?
It's an app. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. Okay.
But so we ended up going with our aunt and uncle and our other aunt, and then we ended up at Chocolate City. It was just random. And then after I actually had to DJ yoga, so I went to DJ yoga. Then after that, we went to eat sushi and hung out, and it was just, I just like chill times like that.
That's good. You know what? Shout out to, because I had a really, really good time with my friend back home. Like you said, and I mean, it was just so much fun that I was like, am I smitten? Like, I felt like I was smiling too much.
Okay, why? Smile. You deserve to smile.
I know, I'm always smiling, but I was just like...
Do you think, and we got to do this interview of you, do you think that you present masculine energy like you can take care of it yourself when you date people?
No, I'm such a baby. No, I don't know. Because you know what? I called one of my exes when I was with my friend because I told him that I wasn't dating anybody. And he was like, why? He was like, why did you got all this on the shelf? And I was like, I said, my friend, he don't trust me. So he thought I was lying. So I called my friend and I explained to him the conversation. And he was like, did she tell you what happened? And so my friend was like, no, I want you to tell me. And so he literally said the exact thing I said because he thought I was like cheating on him. And I was like, no, I literally am about my business. And he just said, listen, Connie is going to get bored and she's going to leave and she's going to handle her business. And then when she done, she could come back. And so my friend said, well, was there another man involved? And he was like, never is a man, but she is literally about.
What does that mean? You're going to leave and handle your business?
I got to go. I'll be right back.
Did you tell him where you going?
I'm sure. But he says that I took too long and I didn't answer the phone while I was gone.
Why didn't you answer the phone?
Because I was busy. Okay.
You're never too busy for somebody who you really adore like that.
And I think we met during COVID, so I think he was used to COVID.
And what the hell was you doing outside during COVID? Because the shops was closed down, child. Make it make sense.
So no, we met like right before COVID and really became really close in COVID. That's what we want to do today.
You better relax. You just need to
No, but he said I trusted her once. I let her come back twice. He said, and she did the same thing again. And I'm like,
if you really adore somebody, you're gonna answer the phone.
No, I'm not. My phones be dead.
That's your fault. If you really adore somebody, you're gonna charge your phone. Be like, you know what? I need to make sure.
But then he'd be aggravated. So I don't know. But anyway,
so then you apologize. Like,
I did apologize
sincerely, not like I'm sorry.
No.
But I was busy. I was doing hair.
No, whatever. I did apologize.
What
and
did your apology sound like?
Apology. I was just like, I don't really understand what the big problem is. It's like
the problem was that you didn't answer the phone.
Okay.
So why'd you have to say I don't understand?
An entrepreneur and an employee sometimes just
that's not. It just
don't
I'm married to an entrepreneur,
and
he married to one too.
It does. Well, that's two entrepreneurs.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that
so you understand.
The way your response was if he told you, I felt
me.
some type of way about not answering you not answering the phone, and you go tell him, well, excuse me for not answering the phone.
No, because I'm literally doing something.
Okay, but
like that event business really.
You ain't really like him. It's okay.
No, I didn't. Don't believe that. I know I loved him enough to even try it again, but he told me he would not give me a third time.
Well, you should answer that dang phone.
Yeah, and so it is what it is. He missing out. Bye. Anyway. No, I'm not though. I'm not showing up. And if I was, that was last year. This year, I'm in the soft girl era. Okay. I don't want no problems. I even was riding with people. I never ride with people because I always like to be in control of every aspect. The destination, but I did get on everybody's nerve back home. Everybody was like, put her out. Cause I'm like, oh my God, slow down. Oh my God, what's that? I was like, oh, Connie, you irritating.
My husband asked me what kind of sports car did I want. And I said, I just want an SUV so I can ride in the back. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to drive
I don't think
anymore.
I do either. I just gotta, but I'm like, trying not to be looking down at the phone, but it's almost like you do have to kind of disconnect. But, and I'm in the sports car, so everybody was driving slow to me. And I just kept saying, Lord, why is it taking so long? And even I asked my friend, take me to the zoo when I went home. I wanted to go to the lake and to the zoo. I want to see water and animals. And he said, I'm going to take you to the zoo. I literally had another call in the middle, changed the plans. He called me like, oh, are you ready? And I was like, oh, I didn't want to even bother you. I did something else. He said, see, that's what you do, Connie. You move too fast. But I'm going to tell you something. It's better to be too smart than too slow. And you know what? It's okay to be cold, even when you hot. That's all I got to say today. I feel like I done told too much of my business, and I done told you for the third time, this is love, okay? I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV. This is the naked truth. Once again, I have talked too much. I am about to go. I'm going to see y'all next week, and I'm going to have it all the way together because guess what? I think I might be getting interviewed for my show. Is it next week?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. But no, somebody else asked me to interview me. So what y'all want to know? I feel like I done told y'all everything. If not, I'll see y'all next week. I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, and share, please. I need to get these numbers back up because I'm back. And I'm looking for another civil attorney. Hit me up.
You're listening to Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth at Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.